Hello everybody, Jed here, and welcome back to our Rogue Trader playthrough where we are about to visit our capital system of Dargonus, the capital system. It's the last one of reclaiming what was lost, which needs to be done. So yeah, first things first, let us hop down. The warp jumps past without incident, except a few crew members. Yeah. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to chart do a bit of charting, and we are going to chart ourselves a route straight and make it safe to Janus. So we're basically connecting up our stars. Long run, I'd like to do one from Kratch straight to here as well. But that gives us a nice, quick, safe access around our systems. And without further ado, let us jump in. Lord Captain, Helm's Master on the line. I can report that the quest for the capital world of the Von Valentius dynasty is finally at an end. Dargonus is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their mistress will be arriving. We'll come later. Tell them I am coming home. It'll be done, Lord Captain. Spiders in a jar. Ooh. Well, capital world is home to the high aristocracy of the dynasty. Okay. Let's scan the system quickly first. May regret this, but I like doing stuff before we go places. Also, the system's routes I've got give me good access to Footfall, though I would like to create a direct jump from here to Footfall, because that's probably useful. Here we go. Yeah, we're very low on extractiums. And we've got administrators. So we've got a couple of quests to do here. Which one do I want to do first? Administratium is for J, isn't it? Let's do that first, because I've not done that before. I'm guessing I have to take J with me. Let's leave Urit and take Argenta instead. I really should have leveled her up, but offline. Never mind. I am just going to do a lightning level up of her, guys, so excuse me for not being exactly yeah. Basically, I don't want to fail this quest by progressing the storyline too far, if you see what I mean. Right, oh, we've all got some levelling up to do anyway. Let's do her first. Well, everything feels a little laggy. Wait. Why is she a vanguard? Okay, I was not expecting her to be a vanguard, but Wall of Rockcrete. Commerce. Nimble, nimble, nimble. That's always good. Persuasion. Up her toughness a bit. I want to make her a las weapon expert because I'm going to give her the las gun I got rather than the sniper rifle. Try to move the Vanguard's melee range, usually attacks the Vanguard. Okay. No, Bulwark, defensive one. And even more persuasion. Chain weapon expert, that's always a useful one. Just keep pushing her toughness up because she's not actually bad in melee. And coercion kind of fits her as well, doesn't it? Let's be honest. There we go. Right, boss lady. Up my ballistic skill a bit more. And my awareness even more. There we go. So he is definitely my medic. Ooh, sorry if you can hear Doglet barking outside. Let's up his willpower. And his knowledge of the warp. You toughness and corrosive because that's what I'm always going for him. And then Argenta. No, up her ballistic skill. And increase her blowy up stuff ability. There we go. Please tell me it's literally turn after turn. Okay, let's just try and go past. Palace, greetings. Welcome to Palace of ADMINISTRATUM. Identifying your ladyship. Please follow me. Okay. The Servo Skull has asked us to follow it. Checking coordinates. Continue in this direction until you reach. Okay.
My mind is focused.
Master of Seals. Ah, another noble bypassing the queue under a pretext of just what to ask. All you Highburn ever wanted is just to ask. But what about protocol? That's what I'm asking. Who's going to follow protocol? It's a small amount of bureaucracy. Jay glances at you and whispers, "What? So I paid off a few clerks to let us skip the queue, Shireen." Very well. Don't just stand there. You're here now. Or do you think the Master of Seals has nothing better to do than receive unexpected visitors? Begin entry. Current hour, current turn, current circle, 31st millennia. Don't you know who I am? Jet von Valentius, sole heir of the rogue trader Theodora von Valentius. May the throne's radiance guide her path. Da 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 da. The sole person to publicly assert the claim to be precisely. Abelard Wazaran, seneschal and right hand of now departed Theodora. Of course. And the old woman smacks her lips satisfaction. Of course, I know who is standing before me. It's my job, you know. Does that mean my reputation has preceded me as well, esteemed Demar? No, I have no reports of you. My companion wishes to obtain a Macatum Tabula Officia. I take it you are her sponsor. In that case, you must submit a written application in conformity with template 404404, as well as written permission for processing the notarization of personal data. Hidari! Mistress Hidari, from whom the form for collecting the seals required to obtain the Mercatum Tabula Officiali, the certificate of official trade representative. Seals? What seals? We will discuss that with Jet von Valentius once Jet von Valentius has prepared the primary documentation. Is there a way of getting around these formalities? Fear the wrath of the immortal one, your ladyship. What would become of your protectorate, or even the Imperium itself, if every person did what you are proposing? No, Lex Imperialis, Volume 249, Paragraph 18.2, Amendment of 12th Cycle of the previous millennium clearly states actions to circumvent the sacred law of the Imperium in pursuit of personal gain and manifestations of human weakness, which are subject to eradication. Could you prepare it on my behalf? I'll pay. She mutters something, whispers under her oath, ignoring your question politely. Fine. A perfectly sharpened quill scratches pleasantly on the parchment, but the first theme in it, the obfuscatory phrasing, footnotes, amendments, you are forced to write out the same details over and over about you, the Protectorate, the Adora, Jay, every living person who appears to bear your family name, the kitchen sink. Didn't say that, but I think you get the point. A few hours later. The Master of Seals nods approval and stows the scroll tube. Next is the consent from the processing and notarization of personal data of the most sacred personage. Give your written consent. The scrolls whipped to another. Master scrolls. Practical. Executed. Application received. Process approved. Come on, esteemed Damar. What were you saying about the seals? Okay. Here is your documentation, Mr. Sadari. Unfortunately, it does not yet have legal force. I can certify it as sacred, a sacred Macarum Tabula Officiali, once it has received 2 seals of approval. They are easy to obtain. In the Imperial Court Administratum, servitors have been handing out such tasks for over 150 cycles. There is one such servitor here on Darganus in the Rogue Trader's Palace. The second is duty bound to keep the seal in the Telecos Esplosa system. Why can't we do it here? According to Amendment 3C8, Imperius unbreakable link. The second seal is held in Telecos Expanse in accordance with OL008ZN. Unfortunately, after the fire 200 cycles ago, the remnants of the original decree amendment are unknown. Finish was AA. No instructions repealing this decree were ever received from Holy Terror. Why am I obliged? Find somebody to do it. Please do return once you prepare the documents. Okay. If this part times out, it's gonna time out. I don't care. Oh, we seem to be laggy today. Don't know why. 15 minutes of bureaucracy. Come on, load, you silly thing. Why is it being so slow today? Can't wait until I get the Space Wolf. Don't know who he'll replace in my party, but yeah. If it ever finishes? Sorry, I don't know why it's so laggy, guys. We'll see. We'll keep going, but it might be a short episode because of this lag, so we'll see. To the palace. Let's pop J out, pop Rit back in. You know, I'm going to keep J for this one. Now I've leveled her up. I should have geared her up as well. Here we go. Wanna bet I'm gonna be attacked? Long live the rogue trader! Glory to the rogue trader! Glory to the laggy rogue trader! Clementia Wurzeran. The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your ladyship. I am Clementia Wurzeran, Court Chancellor of the Von Valentius dynasty. On behalf of all of Dargonus, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodora von Valentius. Her departure is a terrible blow to us all. But as one star expires, another always flares to life, and although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope you will become the dynasty's guiding light. Clementia? Abelard offers a reserved nod. Scalander. Achilles Scalander, Secretary at the Administratum Department. I do hope your journey was not darkened by unwanted troubles. It was uneventful, thank you. Glad to hear it, your ladyship. Does your ladyship wish to survey the grounds, or perhaps we could sate your curiosity by answering questions you have? Governor Urband Drivestream has been notified of your arrival on Dargonus, and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your ladyship still has plenty of time before the meeting. What did you say your last name was? You heard correctly, your ladyship. I am of the House Wurzeran, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descendant. The succession of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding the function within the mechanism. Chancellor Wurzeran has held a position at the Von Valentius court for many years. She earned Lord Captain Theodora's respect through acts of great perseverance. There's no room for doubt. Blood had nothing to do with it. You have reason to be proud of her. Thank you, Lord Captain. I'd like to rest. They are very close, just down the hall. That is where the study and audience chamber are. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we'll arrange for it to be tidied up. You are dismissed. I apologise for my bluntness, But I have a request to make. Perhaps, before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes of conversation with me. Okay. Maybe? Maybe not. Come on, game. Okay, and this is on my own place. Though we know we'll have fun at some point here. Oh, here we go. Welcome, your ladyship. Let me inform you of the location of your chambers on your dynastic estate. The main throne room is up the stairs and straight ahead. Your subject Achilles has informed me he humbly awaits your opportunity to meet you there. If your ladyship wishes to rest after a long journey, your purposeful chambers are upstairs and to the right. If you need anything, whatever your soul desires, I'll be in your be right next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your orders. Okay. So let's do a little exploration. Let's go check out my chambers first. Okay, this antique furniture is obviously well cared for. Okay. Sturdy safe with bizarre mechanisms. This is going to be to my bed chamber, I assume. The bed, the head of a rogue trading is... Yeah. Okay, so nothing there as of yet. Oh. Okay, hang on, before I forget it, because I can do it here. I mean, I say that, it's still really good. But I'm going to try her with this. Because this has a higher rate of fire. Which means it does do more damage. It's got less range, but so that's putting her very clearly in mid-range. And it's quite good compared to other las guns. But you're it. May get an improvement. Because she's an actual sniper, so it makes more sense for her to have that. Okay. Skandar, a slender figure clad in robes made from expensive fabric, shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator to his head, the man takes several deep breaths. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is faring well. She is in good health. She sends her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. I'm not foolish enough to, yet. Your insight deserves your credit, rogue trader. Then again, I expected nothing less from Theodora von Valentius' successor. Let me introduce Achilles Scalander properly. In addition to his duties as secretary to the Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Aegis? Aegis? Which one is it, guys? Master Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague who is engaged in other matters in the Koronus Expanse. I am sure you will find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with schemes of humanity's foes. Greetings, Lady von Valentius. Allow me again to express my deepest condolences. I do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Vortigern's accomplices. Do you know what became of him? Word of his treason reached us too late. Conrad came to the planet and left it almost immediately, once he had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive. The worst of the rumours he started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's son's demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt, but it seems unlikely that the Wardens got everyone. How's my protectorate? I have already forwarded all the reports to your seneschal. As for the conversation we're having now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Darganus' political environment. You, however, have only just arrived on the capital world, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Darganus are much like nobles on most worlds. They're akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whoever is the weakest, or whomever they deem the weakest. The nobles of Darganus are well-respected, rich and powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favour for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that with the transition of power, they will retain and even add to their lands and wealth. The families I would recommend a particular attention to are the Drivestreams, the Gapraks, the Subabaks. I would also mention the Wurzrans. Not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circles. Okay. I'm not going to ask about them all, because, yeah, no. There was, your ladyship, and this time it concerns the main reason of my presence on the planet, Xenos, and the threat they pose. The last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me. My eyes and ears heard scattered reports through the Koronus Expanse, warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing in the Imperium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark, or have been killed by some calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats, including Xeno raids. It is within my power to supply you with intelligence on where and when Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt that Governor Drivestream will beg for your protection against Xenos, and in this fight, the information from my contracts will serve you well. I beseech you, Jet. If I ever report a looming threat over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes the intervention of a rogue trader and a mighty voidship to stop disaster. Tell me about the nobles. Okay, drive streams. It's there if you want to read it, guys. The Gapraks hail from a remote Forge world. They were from the Forge world. This is one I don't know anything about. Religious Nile working with Sorbo's enterprise on many enterprises on the world. Sentinel's Pride. Okay. I'd like to know more about the Wezerans. Yeah, we've already had that bit. I must take my leave. There we go. Oh, I remember this happening last time and I got confused by who to speak to. Your ladyship. I apologise for this ugly scene. But I must ask you to rein in Mr. Hidari and stop her instigative actions towards me. As the Exalted One is my witness, Shireen, I've tried everything I could to spare you from unnecessary headaches over the seals of Macatum Tabula Officiali. I even showed this aid with a temper. Okay. Claire purses up and glowers at Jay. Oh no, it isn't all about me at all. I see well, Chancellor. Will you tell yourself, or should I help? Where is the court servitor? I'm afraid my words may anger your ladyship. The seal you're looking for was lost over a quarter of a century ago. Her ladyship, Theodora von Valencia's, ordered a new one to be delivered from the Imperium, but, as you know, we're a long way from Holy Terror. I presume the one responsible was punished promptly and harshly? Rest assured, Theodora von Valencia's ordered to have the manufacturer dealt with accordingly. Servitude impertuitus, your ladyship. He now performs duties to the Imperium without a reservation or he got turned into a servitor. However, one of the world's under Calidus winter scales rule, like Dagnus, was granted the honour of keeping the sacred sigils of the Administratum. The archives of House von Valencius mentioned 3 systems that are presently under the control of House Winterscale. Those would be the Forgotten Twins, the Langren Belt, and the Lameness Star. I am confident that the Administratum Palace is located in one of their palaces. So basically, there's another seal in their realm. Yay, I'm definitely going to have to play that. You have better chance of finding the seal in the pocket of some rich collector or fence than on a remote world. Owned by one of your rivals, Shreed. I suggest we make contact with traders we may encounter on travel. People in my line of work have a good eye for such things. There's something I wish to discuss in private. Oh, by all means. I'm ready to see the governor. Maybe. If anything happens. Do we need some lift music? I shall arrange him to be escorted to your study. Here we go. Jet von Valencius, 20th in her line, rogue traitor, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of the Koronus Expanse from the Kraj system to the 100 Dreams Crossroads. I bid you welcome. Urban Drivestein, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora von Valencius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Darganus and of the entire Protectorate will grieve. Please allow me to declare half a year of mourning. Do as you see fit. I will immediately give the necessary instructions, your ladyship. Esteemed Jet, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and perseverance in spite of a tragedy together. Let us carry on where she no longer can by leading the Von Valencia's protectorate to even greater prosperity. Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of Darkness flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighbouring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the routes are tangled and no longer lead to the systems the captains expect them to. Given the vast majority of ships in the Darkness Navy travel without relying on the services of a navigator, without your engagement, the well-being of Von Valencia's dynasty and billions of subjects are presently at risk. Yeah, Conrad's a traitor. Vodka visited a camp some time ago. He did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say? I shall be frank with you, your ladyship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a great blow to every one of us. The absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all manner of rumours and misinterpretations. Especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest. I will prove myself worthy. Why, Jet, your desire is most commendable, but please do not forget, a ruler should never bow to their attendants. What do I know about the nobility? We are all troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supplied Darkness with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, Health's Gaprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with their industrial road Kiva Gamma, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention most is the penal world of Verbus 6, one of the key mining suppliers. Such an interesting concern. Doesn't your house happen to be in charge of it? Your ladyship, I beg you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence. You see, without Verbus 6, the manufactorums on your other worlds will need to make haste to find new supplies. I've already been to Kiva Gamma. Such woeful tidings, your ladyship. I assume that House Garprak is in for an official investigation. If I might remind you, they have particularly close ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Okay. I doubt they had anything to do with it. I'm glad of your views on your matter. He's definitely wheezing. And what of the industrial world? It's working once more. Caprak will be overjoyed to hear that. I've also visited the agri-world. Truly, Viat? The Viat line is one of the oldest of Von Valencia's dynasty. The inheritor of such a well-respected blood could not handle whatever befallen her. Yep, she served the ruinous powers. Ruinous powers? Truly horrifying news. I commend your resolve. Death to the enemies of humanity. That does it for plants and trade routes. Your ladyship, I don't know any road to air to begin. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Koronus Expanse, but they have been a menace on this side of the moor for decades now. But those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear and attack ships outright. Okay. Only you have the power to stop this madness. I don't know what he's talking about. I think it's for Druki. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers, although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you his support in your war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of Verma 6 was a particular concern in the last few cycles. Forge a path to Verma 6. Now, to issues on a smaller scale. There is a certain degree of tension here on the capital due to the unorthodox succession of the warrant. Chances of uprising are minimal, of course, but the spreading of rumours is nothing but a sign of weakness in the mind and spirit. Nevertheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure. Now, what do you want to do about them? Send them gifts and make sure... I do not care about yapping hyenas. A noble decision, your ladyship. Let us hope the others do not mistake your magnanimity for weakness. I do not like this man. And one last thing, your ladyship. The inauguration, as bearer of the sacred warrant, it is but a matter of time. I'd like to inquire on one crucial detail. I imagine you're intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition by bolstering an equally long-lasting friendship of being represented on Darganus by one of the noble houses. I presume, as before, this duty will be part of House Drivestream. I will support and bestow this honour on the Wurzrans. Lord Captain, to accompany you at such a critical hour is the greatest honour for the Wurzran bloodline. Have no fear, we will not fail you. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Wurzrans, whose lineage traces back to a naval officer, are not the Darganus nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects. I don't care. I shall immediately relay your commands. When is the thing? The coronation? Investiture? I am afraid until you deal with the pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Basically, I've got to do the things. That will be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your ladyship. Okay, so... the last bit of reclaiming was us. Forge a pass to Zibus 6. So back to our ship, basically. Maybe. Slowly. I tell you what, guys, I'm going to end this one here. I'm going to work out what's going on with why it's being so laggy, and then we will continue next time. Because we've been going for 45 minutes anyway now, so it's a good time to end. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you are enjoying this playthrough. Please do like and subscribe if you are enjoying this. And as always, an extra special thank you to my channel members and Patreons. That is A Monster Bound, Philip F, Nose, Andrew T, Prataru, Brandon, Space Ace 475, Coding Monster, Jason Air, Egg, and Jared Horn. And thank you everyone for watching. Jizzle.